Hi, welcome back to Wavra Farms. We're standing out in our garden area where we've got lots of different displays for lots of different areas for your yard. Today I thought that we would talk about shrubs that like it wet. So they like to have wet feet, they suck up extra moisture in your yard, and so I just picked out a few of our favorites. The first one that is new to us this year is called Iceberg Alley. And this is a salix. And the nice thing about this is it has this beautiful silver color. It had little pink pussy willows on it. And it's one of those that really likes to have its feet wet. It's going to get a nice size to it, about 3 by 6. Can be maintained with the clippers. Beautiful silver accent plant. In that same line, we do have our dappled willow that is now just kind of starting to come into color here in the Salem area. All the new growth is this beautiful white pink color. Loves to have its feet wet, and this is one of those larger shrubs. As soon as it turns green and it's done pushing its beautiful color, I'm going to shear it back just to keep it a little bit more manageable for our average gardeners. Let me move this one out of the way. I also grabbed Fizzy Mizzy. Fizzy Mizzy is a sweet spire. It is a new one to us from Proven Winners. This one here likes to have its feet wet. It will go sun, part shade to shade. It's also going to flower these gorgeous smelly little flowers, and it's going to bloom in the shade, but it does like to have its feet wet and help soak up that extra moisture. A lot of us love the look of boxwoods. Boxwoods are kind of that structure in our yard. This is a new one. This is called an inkberry holly. It will grow in the sun. It will grow in the shade. It's evergreen, and it doesn't mind having its feet wet. So if boxwoods can't handle the wet areas of your yard, this is a great substitute. It's going to stay a little bit smaller. It's not going to go terribly large. It has kind of this nice rounded habit to it, and it's only going to go about 2 to 3 foot tall and wide. So super easy. If you want to shape it, you could. Otherwise, it's kind of cute the way it is. No flowers, just foliage. Of course, the dogwoods, the ivory halo, or the red stem dogwoods. These are great water lovers. In the winter, you get the beautiful red stems. This time of year, you get this variegated foliage. Beautiful in the landscape. I think it does best with a little bit of shade in the afternoon, just because it does have such fine, soft foliage. Sneak back here to around the back side. So we also have the Summer Sweet, the vanilla spice, which is going to be very fragrant. This one also likes to be consistently moist. It's very fragrant. It is a native, and this one's going to go about 3 to 6 foot tall. And it blooms well in moist soils. It's very ideal for a rain garden. So anywhere where you have water runoff, this is going to be the plant for you. Of course, one of the last ones to talk about is called the false spireas. This is called Mr. Mustard. Mr. Mustard looks its best in the spring when it's pushing on this beautiful pink growth. It does tend to be a spreader, so make sure that you give it lots of room. It does like its feet wet, but it will adapt to drier conditions as well. So it doesn't usually need any pruning, brings lots of colors, and it does get white fluffy flowers later in the summertime. Again, these are just some of the shrubs that we have here at Wavra Farms that will add a touch of color, texture, and help soak up that extra water. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening.